Experiments carried out in universities and schools around the world have shown that if you take a passage of prose, keep the same words in the same order, but set them out on the page as if they were a poem, you will instantly change the way people respond to and thus understand those words. This illustrates the importance of a poem's layout for its meaning, and demonstrates how poetry's practice of distributing its words and phrases across separate lines and sometimes stanzas serves much more than a merely decorative purpose. Rather, its influence is sufficiently great that it can alter both the meaning of words and the psychological state of the reader as she or he begins to read them. There are no hard and fast rules for how this works in practice. Instead, many of the best poems themselves create the rules by which they are to be interpreted. For this reason, we should always remain open to the possibility that two different poems could be using, say, lines of a similar length or stanzas of a similar structure to generate entirely different effects, and for entirely different reasons. Let us review, though, 4 fairly common ways in which poems use aspects of their layout to evoke certain thoughts, feelings, and associations in their reader, which they can then set about developing, exploring, or contesting in what they explicitly say. Strategy 1. If a poem is long, or if it employs very long lines, it may be using those qualities to awaken in us a sense of such ideas and emotions as freedom, openness, expansiveness, or ambition. Strategy 2. If by contrast a poem is short, or if it employs very short lines, it may be using those qualities to awaken in us the opposite sensation of limitation, confinement, caution, or privacy. Strategy 3. A poem that consists of lines and stanzas of irregular length, shape, and structure may be using those qualities to introduce order and regularity as 2 of the themes it sets out to explore. Strategy 4. A poem that consists of lines and stanzas that are irregular or fragmented in length, shape, and structure may on the other hand be using those qualities either to present a world that is similarly fragmented, or to present the lived reality of someone who experiences it in that way. It is worth reiterating that a poem that consists of a sequence of very long lines may not explicitly be about such things as freedom or openness. It could, though, be drawing upon these associations to give us an added sense of its primary subject, be that the experience of childhood in the countryside or of a summer spent on the 7 seas. Likewise, a poem about the collapse into confusion of an individual's mind could be written in lines and stanzas of considerable regularity and order, precisely as a way of expressing the seemingly paradoxical truth that madness, chaos, and passion can continue to exist at the heart of even the most rigidly ordered lives and societies. Sometimes the layout of a poem can supplement its content. At other times, it can work to create a tension with it.